Hello, beautiful people. So the question of today is, why is it that mommy or daddy issues affect your future relationships? And how deep does this really go?
Before we can even talk about how an attachment can affect a platonic or romantic relationship, let's first start off what attachment even is. I want you guys to think of attachment being something that really begins when you are an infant and you are with your caregiver. This is a place where, depending on the availability of your caregiver and how you are able to interact with them and seek comfort from them, gives you the foundational pieces in the perspective on how relationships are supposed to go. Now, I do want it to be clear that also, as you navigate through adolescence, you're also receiving more and more information and reinforcement of what you've already experienced as a child. So that is how you form your particular attachment. Now, based upon your experiences, you're likely to inherit one of the 4 attachments. Now, I'm only going to explain the 2 that we're specifically talking about today, but if you guys are interested in an additional video where all the attachments are listed and explained, we can do that. Now, the first attachment that we have is the secure attachment. This is where you have that healthy expectation, that healthy boundary with all relationships where you can seek comfort, trust that person, receive comfort, and also understand that they are there for you in your time of need. Then the other 2 attachments that I'm touching on, but we're not necessarily going to go over, is the avoidant insecure attachment, and then there is the disorganized attachment. And then the last attachment, which is the anxious insecure attachment. This is where you are fearful when people leave you that they will not return. You struggle to seek comfort from other people and feel validated in what they're saying to you. And this could even mean that when they are trying to give you comfort, unlike with the secure attachment where you have that healthy ability to take it in, this is where you might actually reject comfort. You might not want comfort from other people. Now we're going to compare the anxious insecure attachment to the secure attachment and how this becomes problematic when you are in any type of intimate relationship. So a child that has the anxious insecure attachment, they are weary of strangers. They do not like new people that come around. And then their parent who they have, if their parent is to separate from them, they're in complete distress. They do not know how to operate without the parent. Now, the funny thing is when the parent comes back and returns, the child still does not seem comfort in that way. Now, Bowlby's theory is that even as adults, this manifests into something bigger. This means that they are reluctant to get close to people, new people. This could also mean that when they separate from their partner, they're in immense distress. And when they are with their partner, they're constantly wondering if this person loves them. I hope you guys can see where I'm going with this on how it can affect you in your relationships as adults. Attachment disorder just addresses the foundational pieces when you were a child on how you can trust other people. So if you are not someone who has acquired the secure attachment as a child, it makes it 10 times harder when you are an adult in a relationship and you are trying to have a healthy attachment with someone. You need to be able to have that level of trust, that understanding that this person is here, they're going to be there for you no matter what, they're going to comfort you. And that they just have your best interests at heart and they care about your well-being. Now, research shows that highly anxious individuals, they're likely to be so immersed in their relationship. But unfortunately, as we talked about before, as we see in adults, sometimes they find themselves questioning their self-worth, why you love them, if you love them, even though they have this perception that they can have this healthy relationship, but they're not having the healthy thoughts. This leads them to worrying about losing their partner and being very hyper aware of if their partner is trying to pull away. And we all know that when you are scared that something is going to happen, you're more likely to hold on to it tighter. And it gives you the opposite effect than what you're actually looking for, which is you're smothering the person. And that is just without the everyday stressors that people face. So imagine if you're smothering this person and then on top of that, you're experiencing some sort of event that causes you to be stressed. Now at this point, your body is in hyperactive mode, which means you're not thinking rationally, you're thinking more emotion-based, and you're seeking that comfort from your partner, but at the same time, even when they're trying to give you that comfort, it's not enough and it's not adequate at all. In fact, funny enough, even though the partner is trying to support this person who has the anxious attachment, they are not believable, which at some point a partner can experience burnout. Now, this is where the person who has the anxious attachment, they are noticing this partner is burning out and possibly pulling or walking away. And then they go into this hyperactivity or emotion-focused response-based thought process. This is where they use their emotion to solve the problem and to justify their actions rather than actually getting to the root of the problem. This can be them screaming, name calling, insulting the person because they are not doing what they need them to do. When in fact, it's never going to be satisfactory. It's never going to be enough for the person that has the anxious attachment because it is them who are struggling to trust the other person, not the other person showing that they cannot be trusted. So in sum, when it comes to those responses, you're likely to be controlling or clingy because you are afraid of losing this person. So you're essentially self-damaging. So I think it needs to be said for the anxious, insecure attachment individual that they are just going into protection mode. They are trying to make sure that they seal off their feelings so that they do not get hurt, but at the same time, they're pushing others out. And not just that, they're also not seeking the resolution that could have been made in the beginning. Whereas in comparison with the secure attachment, this person is someone that's feeling stressed. They go to someone, seek comfort, they believe them, and when they believe them, they're able to navigate and move on with their daily lives. And not just that, it just reinforces the bond because that person was there for you in the moment and you were able to receive that. So, is mommy issues or daddy issues a real thing? Absolutely. It could easily create where you struggle to trust other people, creating things like jealousy, verbal abuse, or just struggles maintaining relationships altogether. So guys, if you know someone that has the anxious attachment style, show them some grace. Understand that we experience things when we were born and it helps us create a perception of the world. But that also doesn't get an excuse to be treated like crap from other people. So as always, guys, I hope this helped connect the dots in your life. And as you know, I will make sure that I have all the research and everything down below. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.